When did you realize your stepmom was jealous of you? I was 15 when Dad married Veronica, and at first, I thought I'd won the lottery. She was everything my mom wasn't. Young, glamorous, and actually interested in spending time with me. She'd take me shopping for clothes that weren't from Walmart, helped me with makeup tutorials, and even convinced Dad to let me dye my hair auburn like hers. "We're going to be best friends," she'd say, squeezing my hand during our mani-pedi sessions. For 6 months, it was perfect. Then I started getting attention at school. The first red flag came during parent-teacher conferences. My English teacher, Mr. Rodriguez, was gushing about my essay on social justice. "Delilah has such a mature perspective," he said. "Her writing shows real depth." I beamed, waiting for Veronica to share my excitement. Instead, she cut him off. "She gets that from her father," she said coolly. "I've been working with her on structure." That was news to me, but I stayed quiet. The second incident happened at Dad's company barbecue. His business partner, Craig, was asking about my college plans when Veronica appeared beside us. "Oh, Delilah's still figuring things out," she said, wrapping her arm around my shoulders possessively. "She's lucky she has me to guide her." Craig looked confused. "But didn't you just tell me she's only been your stepdaughter for 8 months?" Veronica's grip tightened. Time doesn't matter when you have natural maternal instincts. Things escalated when I got cast as the lead in our school musical. I'd been in choir since middle school, but this was my first major solo role. Dad was thrilled and immediately started planning to invite his entire office. Veronica had a different reaction. "Are you sure you're ready for that kind of pressure?" she asked during dinner. "Stage fright can be really embarrassing." "I'll be fine," I said. "Mrs. Martinez thinks I have real potential." "Mrs. Martinez probably tells all her students that," Veronica replied, cutting her steak with unnecessary force. "It's important to have realistic expectations." She started finding reasons for me to miss rehearsals, sudden dentist appointments, family obligations that couldn't be rescheduled. When I protested, she'd sigh dramatically. "I'm just trying to prevent you from being humiliated, honey." The breaking point came 3 weeks before opening night. I was running through my songs in my bedroom when Veronica burst in without knocking. "You need to keep it down," she snapped. "Some of us have work to do." "Sorry," I said, confused. "I thought you were watching TV downstairs?" "Well, I'm not anymore. Your screeching gave me a headache." Screeching. The word hit like a slap. "I'm just practicing for the musical," I said quietly. "About that," she said, sitting on my bed uninvited. "I've been thinking. Maybe you should consider dropping out." "What? Why?" "Honey, I've heard you sing. You're adequate. But the lead requires someone with real talent. I don't want you to embarrass yourself." Something in her tone made my stomach twist. This wasn't concern. This was something else entirely. That night, I heard her talking to Dad downstairs. "I'm worried about Delilah," she was saying. "This musical thing has gone to her head. She's becoming arrogant. She's just excited." Dad replied, "Let her have this." "Tom, I'm serious. She's developing an ego that's not based in reality. Someone needs to bring her back down to earth before she gets hurt." I crept closer to listen. "Maybe you're being too harsh," Dad said carefully. "I'm being realistic," Veronica shot back. "That girl needs to learn that the world doesn't revolve around her. It's not healthy." Her voice was cold in a way I'd never heard before, like she was talking about a stranger she disliked, not her stepdaughter. The next morning at breakfast, she was back to her sweet voice. "I've been thinking about your future, sweetheart," she said, buttering my toast. "Have you considered focusing more on practical skills? Not everyone can be a performer." I stared at her, finally seeing clearly. She wasn't protecting me from disappointment. She was disappointed that I might succeed. But I had no idea how far she was willing to go to stop me. I couldn't fit what happens next in this short video. Watch the rest down below.